Hallo und ein herzlich willkommen hier zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Game of Thrones. Ich begrüße alle recht herzlich. Schön, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt. Letztes Mal haben wir Pause gemacht und ich würde sagen, wir schnacken nicht lang rum und machen gleich mal weiter. Ich will mich vorerst nochmal bei allen bedanken, die mir in letzter Zeit so supportet haben und unterstützt haben. Eure Likes helfen mir natürlich, auch wenn es Dislikes gibt, was momentan viel am Start ist. Warum auch immer, es gibt halt einige Idioten da draußen. Was ist egal, wieso, weshalb, warum. Aber egal, lassen wir beiseite. Wir werden jetzt hier Game of Thrones weiterspielen und ich freue mich schon mega drauf, wie es weitergeht. So, dann gucken wir mal. Wenn es nur so einfach wäre, erzähl kein Blödsinn, so viel wie du willst, so läuft das nicht. So.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Ah, das war nicht so gut.
Why not?
Ah ja, William wird sich daran erinnern. Lord Ethan. Ah ja, okay. Stimmt ja. Der Ethan ist ja der angehende König jetzt. Ne? Da war ja was. Und der Jared wurde ja an die Mauer gesetzt.
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected.
Ah ja.
He's come demanding justice.
Was?
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan. Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I would command Ethan to
Ich
stay
geh mal mit.
with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Ja, wir sind Lord, wir müssen das schon machen, ne? Auch wenn wir jetzt noch jung sind, müssen wir trotzdem immer unseren Pflichten folgen. Ist nicht so leicht, als junger Bub gleich ein Lord zu sein. Aber Pflichten sind Pflichten. Wie es halt im Leben auch so ist im wahren Leben. Man kommt da nicht dran rum. Sieht auf jeden Fall nicht gut aus.
Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
Okay.
Reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Oh je, jetzt wird's lustig. Ich hoffe, ich mache keinen Fehler. Oh Mann.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oath-breakers.
Aye, and look where that got him.
Oh,
And
okay.
no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little
Wollte gerade
fuck!
sagen.
That's how you talk
Bleib
to
mal
a
ganz
lord?
ruhig, Alter.
You
Echt, ohne Witz hier.
Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the North now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye, and we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that?
Nein.
Attacked for no reason.
That's not how it happened.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
Your men attacked and drew first blood. They murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's
Egal, es ging um Familie.
who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
We haven't seen him. He was never here.
You little liar. I will find him. By the gods, you better
No,
hope
it's
I
not,
do,
no.
because if I don't, I'm holding you responsible. And you'll answer for what he's done.
Mach
I'm
das
not
mal.
leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Das
What
glaube
kind
ich
of
wohl eher
fucking
nicht.
house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this...
Ah ja, auf einmal, ne?
This is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Komm, die
That
müssen
lad
gehen jetzt halt echt,
may
ey.
be lord of this house. But Lord Bolton will have the final say.
Na, das
I'll
glaube
send
ich
him a
eher nicht.
raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Wie frech der ist, Alter. Ohne Witz, Alter.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
Ja. Wahnsinn, ey. Echt.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Ja, weil jetzt geht es ins Eingemachte, so wie es aussieht. Da hat er uns echt tatsächlich bedroht ihm gerade. Meine Herren, ey. Nur weil wir ein junger Lord
The
sind,
sister can help us.
kann nicht gut gehen.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Naja. Jetzt sind wir dann im Königsmund, so wie es aussieht. Ah ja, okay. Jetzt spielen wir Madame hier. So, machen wir mal hier endlich ein bisschen mal rumlaufen hier. Ansehen. Auf die Luke. So ist brav. So, was haben wir da drin? Einige Zeug. Geschnitzter Eisenholzbaum. Unikische Münze.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Ja, so ist das meistens, ne? So, Rosengartenbrosche. Oh Mann, die Rosengarten.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
So, haben wir noch hier drin? Wir haben noch einen ungefertigten Brief. Oh, nee, ich wollte... Oh. Nee, ich wollte lesen. So.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Ja. Kurzer, knackiger Brief, würde ich sagen. Mehr ist hier nicht, ne? Ja, mehr ist hier drin. Luke wieder zu, Klappe zu, Affe tot, würde ich sagen. Und dann mal gucken, wie es hier weitergeht. So, was haben wir noch hier hinten? So ganz entspannt mal. Verstaubtes altes Buch können wir auch noch mal anschauen.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Ja, nur Roderick ist nicht mehr da. Das weiß sie, glaube ich, nicht mehr. Ah, das weiß sie noch gar nicht. Stimmt, der ist ein Königsmund. Das kann sie noch gar nicht wissen. Fenster ansehen.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Tja. Das kann ich auch nicht sagen. Schauen wir mal. Wo müssen wir sie überhaupt hin hier? Hier ist noch nichts mehr. Das ist zum Gucken, oder? Ah ja, doch. Brief von Mutter. Lesen.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ah ja, okay. Wir müssen Lady Marjorie fragen nach Beistand oder nach Hilfe auf jeden Fall. Oh, es hat geklopft an der Tür. Dann würde man sagen, gehen wir doch mal ran und öffnen mal die Tür.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back
bist du denn?
later if you'd like.
Lass ihn eintreten, na doch.
No,
Schick.
it's fine. Come in.
Ich will ihn ja nicht wegschicken, der arme Junge, so wie er aussieht. Ah ja. Was tut er da?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Perhaps you should come back later.
Of
Ich
course,
glaube,
milady.
das war nicht so gut jetzt. Ich weiß gerade nicht. Aber ich traue hier irgendwie nicht wirklich hin, weil jeder, der auch die Serie Game of Thrones kennt, weiß genau, da ist jeder irgendwo immer ein bisschen hinterfotzig. Man kann nicht wirklich jedem trauen. Auch wenn das so ein kleiner Bubi war. Ich wusste nicht, ob das richtig ist. Ah, da ist er.
Lady
Schon
Marjorie,
ist er da.
you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Ah ja. Jetzt schnacken wir eine Runde. Mal gucken. Jetzt wird wieder eine Runde gequatscht hier.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Okay.
What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford.
Du musst mir aber helfen, Mensch.
Me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you and by extension, me.
Das ist nicht so gut. Ich bin auch keine Fälle drin hier.
An audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Ah ja. Oh mein Gott. Na, jetzt geht's ja los.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Okay. Gut zu wissen.
Good luck.
Oh Mann. Da reinzugehen ist meistens wie in der Höhle des Löwen. Du weißt nicht, was passiert, weil egal was du sagst, es könnte gegen dich verwendet werden. Das heißt, wir müssen jetzt echt schnell schalten können und aufpassen, was wir sagen. Ja, schau mal, wer der ist. Der Tyrion. Den mag ich, den Kleinen. Der ist cool.
You can do this.
Das müssen wir jetzt schaffen. Weil wenn wir es jetzt nicht packen, dann haben wir echt, schießen uns ein Eigentor hier. Wir werden auf jeden Fall als Verräter an die Wand gestellt. Und wir müssen beweisen, dass es nicht so ist.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Ah ja.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Okay.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Ja.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Unsere Treue ist unerschütterlich, ja.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet.
Und doch,
For centuries, the
die Forrester sind
loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Nein, sind wir nicht.
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Noble? Perhaps once. For a northern house. But now they're merely dead.
No.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Ich weiß nicht, ob wir es schaffen. Ich habe das doofe Gefühl, dass es...
remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Ich pack die Frau nicht,
are
ne?
not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Nein. Ich werde nicht über sie richten. Sie ist nur in ihrem Herzen gefolgt.
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Okay, das ist nicht so leicht, ey.
In service to Lady Marjorie.
Hier so schnell zu regieren.
Interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Oh my God.
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
Boah,
the king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Oh, ich glaube, die ist pissig auf uns. Ich glaube, wir haben was falsch gesagt. Mensch, Tyrion.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then, he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I was trying to appease her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance. And it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you.
Ja, das könnte gefährlich werden.
Are you willing to risk that?
Nee. Boah, ich
weiß
nicht.
Far too dangerous.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion. But it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Ja, genau das ist das Problem, nämlich in Königsmund muss man aufpassen, was man sagt. Gerade bei der Königin jetzt hier. Darum habe ich auch nicht so viel sprechen können. Es tut mir auch echt leid, Leute. Nur du musst dich so auf die Texte konzentrieren, dass da nicht irgendwas schief läuft, dass du nicht verlesen tust, dass du genau das Richtige drückst. Und ich habe mich ein paar Mal verdrückt auf jeden Fall. Und das war nicht gut. Weil ich habe nämlich... Die Marjorie haben wir doch ein bisschen verärgert. Weil wir es falsch gesagt haben, aber wir mussten dir beschwichtigen, die Königin.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah?
What? It's true.
Ah ja.
And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard.
Ah ja.
Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? we might meet our future husbands.
Ja, jetzt geht's hier aber los. Jetzt planen die schon.
I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Nee.
He does have a certain look about him.
Ich möchte nicht zur Königin werden.
Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Nee, aber das
I
ist
might
ja...
even allow you to be my handmaid.
Nee, wäre nichts für mich. Königin jetzt noch machen? Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Ups. Jetzt gibt's Ärger.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Oh, okay. Hätte ich jetzt nicht
I'm
gedacht.
just glad it's over.
Das ist natürlich gut
King's
zu hören.
Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Ja. Gefällig zu sein ist schwierig. Nur was ihr sagt zählt.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly.
Ja. Du musst auch schnell regieren können hier bei euch.
The words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Jetzt aber. Er bittet ihre Hilfe nicht, er bittet ihre Hilfe.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Oh, okay. Ich bin mir gerade nicht so sicher.
About my family.
Ob das so gut ausgeht. Ich will lieber unter 4 Augen sprechen. Sarah kann bleiben, doch lass sie da.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene? Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
Please, Lady Marjorie, I beg of you. I fear for my family's safety.
Oh Mann, ich ahne gerade nichts Gutes.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
You're the only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Na, es wird aber langsam echt eng jetzt hier.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Aber zumindest versucht sie es.
I will send a raven to my family.
Ne? Sie verspricht nichts, aber sie versucht ihr Bestes zu machen. Und bin gespannt, was bei rauskommt, ey. Oh weh, oh weh, oh weh, oh weh. Ob wir da nicht irgendwas Schlimmes getan haben, das weiß ich noch nicht wirklich. Lass uns überraschen. Ah, jetzt sind wir bei Jared angekommen. Ah ja. Aber das, meine Freunde, sehen wir dann im nächsten Video wieder. Ich bedanke mich bei euch allen schon mal recht herzlich, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt, dass ihr es bis hier geguckt habt. Vielen Dank für den Support nochmal. Ich wünsche euch allen einen wunderschönen Tag noch. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ich bin raus. Ciao und V. Euer